Hi, I'm Tom Sommers with Coldwell Banker Burnett, and welcome back today. I appreciate you following me with my ongoing series about helping buyers buy homes. My goal is to make you a more informed buyer, whether you live in the Minneapolis-St. Paul area where I am or anywhere around the country. Today I want to talk about multiple offers and how you are affected as a buyer. Most of the clients I work with, especially first-time home buyers, are always scared of that. It's one of the first questions they ask me, and understandably so. It's something to be concerned about. But I want to point a few things out that may change your perspective. So I think the biggest problem in multiple offers, sometimes, maybe even more so than the fact that you're in multiple offers, is the fact that there is an interest rate issue. Meaning that right now, we're at roughly 4%. So I'm going to share some information with you, but please take this with a grain of salt. Call your loan officer or your mortgage lender and sit down and speak with them to make sure you're getting the accurate numbers. I just did some quick math to give you an example. So we're seeing anywhere between 4 to 10 plus offers sometimes in a lot of these homes, especially if they're under $350,000. So let's say there was a home for sale for $225,000 and there was 4 other offers. So you know you're going to have to go over. In many cases, these are selling for 10% more than what the listing price is on average, not all but some. So let's say we're going to make a very aggressive strategy and you decide to write an offer for $250,000 on this house. You put down 10% at 4% interest. Your payment would be $1,511.68 per month, and that's with the PMI. Okay, now let's say that the same house is $225,000, but we're in a little bit different of a market. But now we're looking at 5% interest rate. You put down the same 10% of the purchase price, but at a 5% interest rate, your payment is $1,489.15. So, $1,489 to $1,511 is a very small amount of money. So in the long run, over time, you're going to end up paying less for that home because your interest rate is lower than if you're paying a higher interest rate for less. So before you rule out paying more for a home in a multiple offer, make sure that you understand how it impacts you financially. You might come to realize that it's still a better move to pay that seller more money and get the home now when you have the rate locked in. Now, the other thing is rates could go down. More than likely they're going to trend up because they've been low for the last 8+ years. So we're seeing a 1/4 point interest hike, I think, every quarter this year in 2017, according to the Fed. That's going to affect interest rates. So I've seen them go up a little bit. But again, sit down and talk with your loan officer and ask them specifically to give you some examples, like I shared with you, of 4% versus 5%. Because the ones who get too hung up on the idea of not paying more than whatever the listing price is are typically the buyers who are going to lose. I'm not saying you always have to do that. If you have a house that you're writing an offer on and no one else is around, then you can pretty much write any kind of an offer that you want to make. But the minute that you're in multiples, then it's going to come down to a lot of different factors, but typically the most important factor is how much you're going to pay for the house. There are other things too you can do, like take on assessments, not ask for closing costs, and we'll discuss some of those things in another episode. But for now, I just want you getting your thoughts wrapped around the idea of how the different interest rates truly affect your ability to purchase a home and what your monthly payment's going to be. I hope all of this information was helpful. If you're in the Minneapolis or St. Paul metro area and you're looking for a real estate agent, whether it's for listing a home or buying a home, I would love to talk to you. Feel free to give me a call or email me. I'll be happy to answer any question you have. Thanks so much. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next week.